I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CT Review. Today is January 21st, Tuesday, 2025. Hope you had a good day, good weekend. So I'm gonna try to make this quick, but we discussed this. Remember this? So take a look. I made this video on the 16th. Today's the 21st. And I said we'd come down. Well, when I was making the video, I was like at the end of it, and it decided to rush for this gap, and then it bounced off. And where did we bounce off to? We came up here. And if you do the projection here, you can see on this video from the from the 1 hour, these 3 down candles, you can see the three to four right there. You have the previous daily imbalance, all that liquidity for the push out traders, a gap right here, and so on. And sure enough, this is where we are right now. So take a look how they did it. Let's take a look here real quick. I'll show you the trade for a second, but so I practice what I preach. But just so you see here, this is a projection on the daily here, and I'm measuring this last down candle right here, which is this January 13th. So right now we are now inside the 2 to 2.5 there. We had that previous daily imbalance that's highlighted right here, right? And then so bought it. Look how it bounced right there. Now they dangled that carrot. They didn't come to this breakout level, which is common, and this is a very good thing to remember. But they decided to use this right here. See that? Look at that. Come on. Over here. Plus, when we had that, wasn't this CPI? I think so. And then we had an imbalance there. And there's liquidity sitting there. So they tagged that. And when I was up here, I wanted to target that. I actually wanted to target here, but this was a perfect place to target. Anyways, we bounced up. We showed up. We came up right here, right? Let me see if I can show you. Yeah, here we go. So now I can show you here. We pushed up here. We pushed up, came up, and then we took out the breakout traders there. Look to the right. Pretty much got there. I can't remember. This was also no, this was the holiday yesterday. Today's Tuesday. I keep forgetting. So then we had like a couple drives up. So we expanded. We consolidated. We expanded. We retraced. So, but in reality, this is just also expanding. A couple drives up, gets to a key level, squeezed everyone here. Take a look at this. And then on the 4 hour, you'll see a little bit better. This area here is into that wick. See that wick right there? So there's a lot to talk about. Well, also, this wick of this daily. See this January 6th, Monday. See how I'm talking about this day. You can't see it right now because it's fucking ugly. I don't know why it's ugly like that. But we popped in, and that's where we were. And this is the top 25% of the, we'll move it over. You see that? Of that bearish imbalance. So X marks the spot. Take a look here. So if you see, I'm going to just go over the 15-minute real quick. You see that? So this is that daily imbalance that we're talking about. And look at the first 25%, or I should say the bottom 25%. You see how we tagged that? I'm explaining yesterday too. So when we were coming up here, we just did a couple drives up, right? And we stopped at that 25%, and then we sold off. Now we sold off in Asia. This is obviously manipulation here at its finest. Look at Asia, the way they came up. So we had lower low. They came up, and that was super dirty. But in reality, this was a lower low. That was a lower high, and then the retrace down. Take a look where it went to. Fire, fire, fire. Watch this. This is that daily imbalance from here in between the January 7th. You see in between there? I got it highlighted with this pink right here. Well, if we're going to treat this like a 1-minute chart, we're going to know that we're going to come above it, and we're going to use it as support. So obviously we had breakout traders here, and perfect to my level. Oh my God, it's right there. See that high right there? See how we pushed right through that high? So it's in the same idea as this, but they didn't dangle that carrot. They actually hit it. But look to the right. They tagged that, right? Plus that gap on this day, which is January 16th, Thursday, obviously. See how we tag it? Beautiful. And then look at the bodies sitting in that daily imbalance. Look at the 1 hour right here. Look at the 4 hour. You can see it on the 4 hour too. Well, no, you can't. I'm sorry. The 15 minute. I meant. Look at the bodies sitting right in there. Right. Go back to the 1 hour is obviously a little bit cleaner, but and then, well, this is a retracement. So let's keep it simple. So we had an expansion, retracement, expansion, retracement. Now they want to get some higher lows for people who are lazy traders trying to buy at this support level. They take them out, right? So, so now that they rated yesterday, then what do you expect? You expect another expansion. So your expansion came up to here, stopped at that gap, retraced, took all that easy liquidity, retraced, bounced off that gap, and look at this, super fucking fire, dude. This is the part why I love trading, when it's like smooth like this. But take a look here. You'll see, okay, so don't get confused. I got this, look at the 15 minute. I got this range from here. Let me move this over, man. Let me just move this over. And we just hit this, did we just hit this 25%? I think so. Almost. So anyways, I got this range down here from here to here, okay? So as you can see, 50%. Now to the right, I have this fib. What am I measuring? I'm measuring that gap. See that gap? See that 4 hour gap? That's a big ass gap. So when we're selling off in here, it does make sense for it to come back and wipe out that liquidity plus the gap. So we bounced. We're already sitting at those gaps. See here? So we're already sitting at these gaps here. And we could not go above the previous first imbalance of the open at first. See that? See we're missing that, right? So you want to gauge that. That's another story, but oh man, there's so much to say. So I got these 2 down candles here from the 7 to 701. You can see they were 2 to 2.5. We were already here. Okay, so this is the reversal right here. But we also have the gaps that were sitting there. But what I'm trying to say is they're building liquidity here, right, before they rush it. So what are they doing? They're retracing back. So where are they retracing back to? Well, again, this 4 hour gap, take a look. I got it quadded. So the first 25% is getting tagged. That's right there. You see that? Hopefully this is not too messy for you, because it is messy for me. But I can still understand it well. I'm leaving it so you can see it. But when we're pushing up here, we're retracing back into a couple things. Well, first you have this range. The best buys are below 50%. That's a discount area, right? So that's why the price drops back down. Not only is it dropping back down, but we have the gaps here. So we bounce between that gap and these gaps. Number one. Number two, if you look at the 4 hour wick, I got it quadded. Look to the right. You'll see that we bounce right on that first 25%. Right. So do you think it's going to come to 50%? Well, if it's bullish, it's not really going to come that low, but it could have. But I mean, this is not practical because now we're on oversold on the 15 minute. And our intention is to come wipe out this liquidity that we just did. And I'm making the video early because I got to go and some things I got to do. But fucking gorgeous. Okay, so let me go to it 1 minute and just show you this. All right. So I can tell you what I practice, what I preach. But oh man, so this has all happened. I didn't show the trades on Friday, and I didn't make a video either. And I didn't make a video Monday. Yesterday was because it was a holiday, or yeah, Martin Luther King, so banks closed. Anyways, so here you can see. So this is a beautiful situation right here. So I already know there's a 2 to 2.5 right here. I don't have it drawn out there on the 1 minute. You can't see it, but here you can see that. So this is a change in state of delivery. See these 2 candles? Well, forget the indecisive one. But you see how these 4 pop up and we come right back, right? We don't break that low, right? So we're still buying here. Then we get a big push right here. And then we get a retrace back, just falls into the imbalance with the gap. Then we get a final 2 pushes. And then right here, you can see that there's an inversion right there. There's an inversion imbalance right there, which is bullish if I was to drag that out. Plus, coupled with this bearish imbalance right here. See that? So you can see the body's respecting it. This is a a very low risk entry, but at the same time, it's risky because you don't have any confirmation. So, okay, cool. Then we break lower. We take out that low. So that's a change in the state of delivery right there. That's a showing you that it's a sell program about to kick in. So pops up right back in here. This is an entry. I didn't get involved. I was a little bit late to the chart today. Then the price pushes back down. Oh, I just explained that. Push back up. So then we push back down here, right? Touch this inversion. Watch this. And then we push back up, right? So this is pre-930. So pushes back up. Look how we're tagging that bearish imbalance. Remember, we're underneath this gap in the background. You can't forget that type of shit. So, and then we got an inversion right here, this blue one right here. See that? So then we pop up. Now it's 930, right? And you can see the bodies. The bodies are staying there. Yes, the 930 pushes up, tags that level, right? And then boom, comes down, right? Retraces back up. Now we're stuck in here. Okay, I'm already entered here. All right, stop loss is originally here. All right, and then so we push down again, and I got these two projected here. Now there was a couple ways I did this, and I'll show you in a second. But I initially did it this way. So 50% of the opening range gap, but I projected these these two candles. So you can project it from the swing itself. I like to do it first, the candles, because that's a true reading. And then I also can project it from here to here. All right, because here, this low makes this high. So when I didn't do it here, because when we push up, we retrace back. We sit here, but then we push up this way. So this is the energetic leg that really broke, so I can measure it out. There's a couple ways to do this, so write that in your notes. But anyways, as you can see, if I was to drag this out, this inversion right here, look at the bodies here sitting in there. Beautiful. So tags right in, and then stop loss is lowered right once it starts breaking down to there, and I leave it there. Right. So what am I target? Obviously 3.5 to 4 plus that low right there, that liquidity low right there. Right there. You see that? What's this low right here? This 7 o'clock. Well, it wasn't a 7 o'clock. It was technically here. This low right here, 703. But what was I gonna say? So I'm targeting that low. What is it coupled with? Oh, it's coupled with the opening, the 50% level. So beautiful. Oversold. Okay, now take the screenshot. I end up trailing down just a little bit, but take a look here. Well, where am I going? Here. All right, so now price, I screenshot it here. So then I end up projecting it this way. This is what I just got done telling you, where I can project it from that low to that high, right? Remember that? So, and I projected it there, and then as you can see, the 2 to 2.5 is sitting here. We have the midnight level. That's a key level today, and then we bounce from here. So prices falling here, trailing it, get stopped out. I take the buy here. Okay, this is where it's interesting. So I take the buy here, and boom, price comes up, and I'm like, oh shit. All right, so price comes up to here, and I was ready to get the screenshot here, right? And I'm all getting comfortable. I wanted to hit that 75% level. Just tapping in here was good enough, right? So this is sell, buy, sell. Right. So, or big sell, dump, and a big pump. In general speaking, today, this is what it was: a dump and a pump. Classic dump and a pump. Beautiful. But nice extra moves in here. So take a look. I'm in here and I'm ready to screenshot it. This is why I don't fucking like screenshotting. But then it fucking whips on me. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll wait for it to pop up again. It doesn't come up. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? So this candle right here, whatever the fuck this candle was, man, let me tell you, if you were watching live price action, let me tell you, manipulation at its finest. This candle right here, this fucking, it's 953. This candle shoot. That's all 1 minute candle. That's like, I don't know how many points, 50 points, 60 points. Let's just say 63. Yeah, more. Yeah, just about. So that candle moved down so fast. I was like, oh, you guys are full of shit. I mean, that's 1000% manipulation. And I'll show you some more manipulation in a second, but anyways, this shit moved so fast, dude, I couldn't even think. I ended up getting stopped out. And all for me trying to take a stupid ass picture. This is the reason why I don't do it. So anyways, so okay, that came down, that rated. Now take a look here. So it rated, yes, it sealed 50. It sealed the rest of the opening range gap. But look to the right here, not to the left here. You see that? So we had these little equal lows right there. See these two lows right there? So we had that, and then when this liquidates it, I also have a inversion right here. Bouncing right there. This is a buy for me. I end up pulling this trigger. This thing pulls up and I'm like, oh no, I need you to go above that 50%. And we did not. So we first came back low, almost got stopped out, but I left it because sometimes it'll take that wick and that low candle. I have to allow that, but my stop loss is already like just a hair below 50% of this wick. Anyways, we push back up. We get stuck right back there again. But at this point, I realized that if I was to have dragged this out, you'll see that we damn near hit that inversion. So I'm like, oh no, they're gonna maybe come down one more leg lower. And at this point, I understand that, that 25% of the wick, we want to get into the wick, right? We want to get into the wick a little bit, and we want to probably tap these gaps. So that's when that happened. So let me go back to this. So, okay, no problem. All right, we push down. Nice big 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles down. That's very obvious what they're doing. We tag that 25% level of the 4-hour wick, and then we're on an oversold. And then these motherfuckers, man. So I get in on this candle right here, right? This candle right here. So we tag it, and then it closes. I get in. Then this candle right here wicks me down. And let me tell you, that's the second part of manipulation today that was super bogus. Like, when I mean bogus, means dirty. They shut down and wicked it real quick. As soon as by the time it was done wicking and it came back to its open, damn near, I get filled here. I'm like, fucking whatever. I know what's going on now. So we're ready to push up. My minimum target was here, obviously, as you see that. My minimum target was this level. Why? Because of the breakout traders. That's the first imbalance of the day. We got breakout levels there. We have liquidity sitting right there. And then the measurements. Now, for this, did I talk about measurements here? Oh, yeah. That was the other thing that I was, no, not here. Well, yeah. That was the other thing I was salty about, was because when I bought this, I first measured just the candle. Well, actually, it's still there. Yeah. So I measured the candle only, and then it was a 3.5 to 4. Is it in the? Oh no! Well, I didn't get a chance to screenshot it because it went against me. Duh. So yeah, I went to 3.5 to 4, and I was like, bro, what are you doing? Forget it. Trying to come up one more time. And then that's just operator's error. But I did not expect a candle like this to come out. So look at the 3.5 to 4, beautiful. And then we retrace back down. So actually, let me see. I didn't measure this. This is interesting. I could probably do it with this candle or these two. Take a look here. If I measured these two candles right here, you can see the 2.5, 2 to 2.5. I had took this off though. So, and then, let me see if you did this. Yeah, I wouldn't do this. You could though. And then as you see with just the candle here alone, 3.5 to 4. Look at that. Fucking down there, 50%. So that's beautiful. I'm saying all that because of the fact that I should have got my ass out right here. What was I gonna say now? I'm making this way too long. So keep in mind here. This is all right, I just explained that. And then because this is too many consecutive candles and it's big, obviously you can see the 1 and 1.5. It's up here. You can't even see it on the screen, but it's up here, right? And I wanted to hold it for this liquidity. I was coming for this, but because of just, I was tired and I wanted to be done. And then take a look. I end up screening here, 11:59. This is, what time is it? It's a minute before lunchtime. So I didn't want it to whip back on me just in case. So I was happy with this. Now, what did I do here? I measured, well, obviously, my target. This is my minimum target. This was my minimum target first, right? My next targets were here, obviously. And then after that, just so you know, I don't even know what the screen's doing right now, but my next target was here. Obviously, this 25%. And then my real target was going to be this 50%. It's on the right here, the daily, the 50% level, right? Plus the next gap, which is up here, which is here, which is, where are we now? Well, we just, oh, a hair below that. But my real target's here, which would be obviously that high. See that high right there? See how we're right under, so that gap, this was my target, but I just couldn't hold it no more. I'm exhausted, and I'd rather take the profit. I didn't want to hold it. And sure enough, I'll show you in a second something else. But but another reason why I just got out here was I saw 3.5 to 4 here with this. How'd I measure it? This last down candle, this wick. Take a look here. You'll see here this candle. I'm measuring this candle, this 1052. Because why? Well, because I don't want to measure all the consecutive candles. And first of all, I don't even think they were all, they were all, oh yeah, they were. So I could have. But what I was really doing was I was just measuring the last down candle here. And you're looking at yourself, well, how is that a down candle? Well, it's still a candle, and it's the last down candle. It created liquidity. And then we tapped that 25, no, not the 25%. We topped the first level of that 4-hour wick. See that open right there? So it's getting referenced. And we tapped it right there. Beautiful. That's an entry right there. And if you were to measure this candle, this 1043 down, you'll see 3.5 to 4. Look how we tap right into it, to the tick, right? Look at that. Also, I don't have it all drawn out, but this inversion, this 1011, it's tapping 50%. All right, let me just draw it because I didn't want to have so much shit on this chart, but I visually understand and see that, right? All right, cool. So just trying to make this video quick. I gotta fucking go. Damn, I was supposed to be gone, dude. And then you could see here, bam. Look at that. Look, that's not like maybe. That's not like what am I doing here? That's not like sort of. That's the same level. You see that? Look at all this little detail. I fucking love this shit. Let me delete this because it's ugly. But anyways, so price is moving up, and then you'll end up using this, right? But let me just leave that for a second. So we're playing around, and this structure here, there's so much to talk about, but I like explaining this. But you'll see here, once these down candles, these 4, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles. So once we break above it, that's a change. That's also a buy program kicking in, right? So shift the structure, if you can call it. But how I looked at this structure like this. So it was like this. So 1, 2, and then 3 drives up, and then 2 drives down. 1, 2. See that? And then that was the next high. This is the higher low. So you're ever asking me how am I holding it? Because I know what they're doing, right? It's just time distortion. And then I'll show you where I fucked up. But you see that? So yeah, no big deal. What was I gonna say? I feel like I'm missing something. So then we push up. We get to my target. Now it was lunchtime. I was tired, and I wanted to walk away and take a break. Not meaning a break because I'm gonna come back, but break because I just want to be done. Period. But I was like, bro, I was watching lunch, and I was like, it came right back into this imbalance right here. I didn't draw it, but right here, and I was like, bro, just buy it. And I was like, nah, don't buy it. And taking too long, bro. So basically it broke. It decided to take out that breakout level. I wanted it to come here, and I wanted to buy it because I knew we were still coming up here. And sure enough, I missed it, and I was like, "You fucking bitch!" And I really wanted to hit like this 50% or come a little bit lower and get into here for this breakout level, but they dangled this carrot, and I oh well, it is what it is. But I should have took it. I wanted to take it, but and obviously I would have took it right here. I would have took it above. I would have took it to this high right here, which would be the bottom of that daily bearish imbalance. You see how we came to the 25%, and then we bump underneath it last night in Asia, and then boom, fell off. Right, look at that. So now I would have took it. I would have took this trade. I would have took it to there at least. Now take a look at the projection. Remember the big candles here, the 5 down candles right there. Jesus, why does this look like that? see the five down candles. So projected up to the 1 and 1.5 is also the other reason why I would have took it here. See that? So we came up to it, and then now we're just fucking around. So super fire, buddy. And wait, so all right, let me try to run through this. So dollar, I was telling you guys, I was like, if dollar drops, that should probably push us up. And then sure enough, we got that shit yesterday. Well, the result of us pushing up today, I should say. But anyways, not that serious. But so divergence work here. Also, outlining the sells from the beginning before the dump. We had a higher high here with Nas. What's it called? Wait, did I do that right? Yeah. Well, at the time it was a higher high here with Nas, and we had lower highs here. Okay. And then when 935, 930, 935, we had lower highs again here with Nas, and at that point we had higher highs here. All right. So that ended up continuing us down. Now here, when we were, well, I saw this divergence here. This was pushing up. This was higher. This was a higher low. We had lower lows here, and then that pushed us up to the pre 9 o'clock, right? But not that important. That was just something I noticed. So anyways, so then we pushed down here. We pushed down. We made lower lows here. Okay, we made lower lows here, but notice we have higher lows with S&P and also with Dow, right? See that? So right there is your another signal. That was a false signal right here, actually, when we took out that low, and S&P did not, right? So that was also a divergence, but that was that didn't work out. But this one did. This one right here was the high, more of a higher time frame one. And then where's your confirmation? Right there too. You can see that we have a higher low here, and we had lower lows with S&P and Nas. So then that was a beautiful X marks the spot right there for the push up. All right, and that's where I bought actually. So let's see here. I think I've said enough. So now, obviously, what are we doing? Well, we're back to business, right? We're pushing back up. We're wiping out liquidity, and it's just making a nice leg up. Now, it's going to be interesting where we go from here, but it's going to be hard to call it. But as far as Dow goes, I think we're kind of leading right back into being bullish. I mean, in my opinion. The thing is when we get these breaks here, we don't really have like displacements. Like this one's a displacement here with Dow, right? But and this could be making a lower high. I really don't know, right? But I'm not getting displacements below these lows. Like that, it would have been different if it like kind of like did that, right? But it's not doing that. So right now you might it probably wants to come right back up into tag this bearish imbalance. So we're at that gap right here. So I kind of like this gap it going to, and then maybe retracing back down from there. This is just Dow. S&P, you can see. So there's a lot to talk about. We had a divergence here. Well, I'm not going to go there, man. They came and took out that high, and this is what I was trying to accomplish as well, and we didn't yet. So right now, Nas has a divergence happening. So we had lower highs here. I just think that Nas is late to the party. I really think that's it, to be honest with you. But let's go back to this. So, I mean, that's pretty strong, dude. They never broke those lows either. That's a nice support. It's back to business. They're coming out, wiping all that liquidity. They're pretty high, dude. So you would need a significant move down for it to kind of be bearish. Now, I was saying I was bearish, but at the same time that I was still saying that we're bullish. But because the reason why I'm saying it like that is because look at it. It's yes, lower lows and lower highs, but you notice all the candles there never really closed below those lows. And they never kept coming any lower here. So, and now we're pushing up pretty high. So, again, treating the 1 minute, trying the daily like a 1 minute. If we get above this bearish imbalance here from December 27th, bounce and come above it and bounce up, that's gonna really what it's gonna need to take to kind of be bullish. But right now we are in a lower high. But again, I was talking about this down wedge, and we're probably busting through it, and I feel like we busted through it here. Um, just this is not me using trend lines, but at the same time, I'm just gonna do this real quick, just to kind of give you a brief understanding of what I'm trying to do, or what I'm trying to say here. All right, so we'll just kind of do it like that. You see that? See how we bust above it and then retrace back from last night and then pretty much bounce back again. So this might be that breakout, right? Obviously what I'm trying to say. So, and I think that's what it is. I mean, we got way too much going on, and everything's going very well still in their eyes, but manipulation at its finest. Let me tell you something else. If you think buyers and here's some proof of, you think buyers and sellers are moving this chart. Look at this. Do you really think that? Do you really think that buyers and sellers pushed it to the first 25% of that wick? Do you really think that the 930 open is coincidentally opened at exactly that previous week gap? It's the same level. Look at the 930 open with the previous gap. Where is that week from? I don't even, dude, let me see where this week's from. This is probably for here, right there. All the way from December 29th, Sunday. You really think the 930 open? You don't think that's predetermined? Now 930, they already planned 930 to open right here way before the day started, right? Do you really think that the 930, this price action right here, this 1235 candle, do you think it tapped that 930 level exactly? There's no way, bro. There's no way. Anyways, fucked up here. Should have bought this. Nice inversion. Not nice bearish. We bounced right on top of this inversion, and sure enough, it was beautiful. It took off, right? Nvidia. So also we weren't breaking lower with Nvidia. We actually pushed back up. So this is where we are. It's now we can say we're back to 50-50 ideas. I don't know. It's back at the same spot. But or man, there was something I'm missing, dude. So the weekly is it gonna close bearish or bullish? What's today? Tuesday. So generally speaking, Wednesday will probably transition higher. And if we reverse, it'll be from there on Thursday. Let's just say if we're bearish. But did I show you guys this? Oh yeah, I did. Yeah. So, man, I have to stop. I'm supposed to go. But I don't know, man. I think it's really bullish. But I was gonna say something. Just give me a second. I'm trying to think. I can't give any really projections here or ideas. But just let me think. I don't know. I don't think there's anything else I need to say here. Let me see. Bumping on that overbought. I don't know. What do we have this week? Shit, man. Hold on. Yeah, so Trump, obviously, we got news on Thursday. Trump speaking again. What the hell time was that? 11 o'clock. Oh, that should be interesting. Well, again, it's going to take a big move for us to come down. But I think we're bullish. So long story short, expansion, retracement. So I'm expecting this to expand more, right? So we've got this higher highs and higher lows. Kind of looks like the market's slowing down a little bit, but I would like to see obviously a expansion, right? And then a retracement again to then maybe use where we are right now as support. And then possibly use this daily imbalance right here as come above it and then take off. But if I look at the historical data, it does show us buying. Well, if it's on the 15-year, then we could retrace lower. I don't know if they're gonna come for this, but I'm 50-50. But it does show in February, first week kind of selling off, and then we pushing up. So you guys take care and God bless.